I remember one year I went to 4 schools. It was 8th grade. I went to 4 schools in 1 year.
Oh, that's terrible.
How good do you think I got at being the new kid by the 4th one? And
You
by
probably
the way,
walked in like you owned the school.
I went to a
by the
5th
fourth
one the next year. So coming out of summer, I started a 5th one. So I went to 5 schools in basically a school year.
Yeah. And you probably were class president by the 5th one.
You get pretty good at it.
Yeah. That's a good skill, actually.
Well, it's awkward. But you get a chance to reinvent yourself every time, right? Like the first time I went in there, I was in Washington State, and I had just come from Mexico. And so the clothes I wore, like what I said, everything, you know, as a missionary's kid.
Right.
But by the second one, I realized that wasn't working, right? And then
what was Persona 2? What'd you try after the missionary kid thing?
what was interesting, thinking back about that, is I had 2 things going for me. Do you want to guess what those 2 things were?
Soccer player would be my first thought.
Okay, sports.
And then music.
Yeah.
2 for 2?
So depending on where I was in the crowd, I could lean into one more than the other.
Yeah, but you are good enough to recognize which crowd's in front of you.
And also I was unique in the sense that I did both for the most part, and both, like the rockers in like that edgier crowd liked me, and the jocks liked me. I fit into both, which was, I don't know that anybody else could do. Like I had long hair.
And the jocks still liked you?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But I played sports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. I love it.
So yeah, I leaned into one or the other. That was my saving grace.
Yeah.
Not telling my story about coming from Mexico. Nobody cared. It made me fit in less.
How do you think we do at a game? Like if you and I went on the Newlywed Game, how do you think we'd do?
Newlywed Game?
Yeah.
Oh, there would just be a point where I would, you're not super transparent about a lot of stuff.
Oh, really? So I'd be better at knowing you than you would be me?
At a point, probably.
Oh, I think
Because I don't hide a lot.
I think we'd hold up all right against newlyweds.
You think so?
I do. We should try that next year.
Okay. So number 4 is reinvention. Like completely reinvent yourself. I would completely reinvent myself when I went in. How I dressed, what was important, what classes, like all of it, right?
Yeah, so don't adopt the dealership polo on day 1.
Like maybe it's not soccer season, but I signed up for track and baseball. Like I could play sports. I wasn't going to be the last kid picked.
Yeah.
And I even joined band in one of them, which was a mistake, but it worked. Like I didn't really want to learn how to read music, but I learned a little something. But I made friends with those kids, you know?
Right.
I was meeting them on their terms.
Well, it was just another tool for the next school at the end of the day, right?
Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.